Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Sama. So in this video, I want to talk about this story of this. It's one of those stories that I think a lot of us fathers and mothers should listen to, especially we Africans, or let me say Nigeria. Let me stick with my country, Nigeria, because things like this have been happening for decades, and it's good to look at stories like this to see how, to help people reflect on their choices and things they do, in life. Because now is the time to build what you would like to see in the future. Now, not tomorrow, okay? So basically, it's the story of these twins, actually. I think they typically on TikTok, but I've seen them on social media a lot. Their mother granted an interview to BBC Yoruba, and she was speaking about her struggles. Let me tell you, the woman spoke. Eventually BBC went to and they interviewed the father of the children as well, and the stories are not the same, okay? But the thing is this: sometimes when you listen to both sides, even if they are saying opposite things, you can still grab one or two things from in between, okay? So basically, their mother's story was that she had these twins. This man did not want twins, and he abandoned her basically to raise these twins for herself, and she suffered and all of that. And from the children's side, there's like, basically they are saying, they actually made a TikTok in which they said their father didn't want twins. That was actually what triggered this, right? And so abandoned them. Now they are successful. He wants to come back in their life, and something like that. And basically they're not allowing him back in their lives, right? That TikTok apparently is what got BBC Yoruba to interview them, and they told their own story. They didn't know their father. They grew up not knowing their father. Children in school, or other children could be like, oh, a father this, a father that, and they didn't have a father in their lives, and their mother was basically their father and their mother, right? And then their mother's story is about, she had twins. The man did not want twins, and the man abandoned her, so she raised the children by herself and all of that. And I'm just kind of paraphrasing, just rounding it up because I don't want to stretch it too much. And then the man came on his own, and he said basically his own is that the woman left him with the twins for about 2 months, and then she came back, and she was pregnant from another man. And then he said he was initially giving her some money. He presented some receipts of wherever the woman gave him an account number to give, and he said the woman was always insulting him. If I heard right, I think he said something about he curses him out and stuff like that. At a point he said no, like something like, I think he decided he wasn't going to give anymore, that he better off give me the kids, I'd rather raise them by myself or something like that. And that was how he stopped sending money and all of that, okay? So this is basically a rough idea of the whole story. Now when we look at this, right, let's stick with, is it good for a woman to be, if it's true, because we know they did, okay? Because it was the father that said she was unfaithful. The mother did not say that. So it's possible it's true, it's possible it's not true. So we know, you and I don't know. But let's say if it's true that she was unfaithful, is that bad? Oh, of course that is bad. We cannot come here and pretend that was not. That is bad. But let's stick to what matters. A wife being unfaithful is not a reason to lose contact with your children. A wife being unfaithful, you can end the marriage and go your separate ways. But at the end of the day, it was their mother that was unfaithful, not the children. You get my point? And there's no reason why the children should suffer the consequences of their mother's actions. I'm just basically trying to cut the children off from the actions of their mother. You get my point? Your children are supposed to be your flesh and blood. This thing has been going on for centuries. That typically, a lot of traditional African, men have done these things in the past, where they can end the relationship with the woman and they cut the children off completely, especially when it's only girls. You see, this idea of the man didn't want twins. It's possible that he truly didn't want twins when she had them. Because, to start with, our typical Nigerian mentality, twins are just girls. The twins are girls. If they were twin boys, because we have this culture that boys are the ones that will carry your name. Girls are just Jara in the family. They are good. They will look after you old age, but you need boys. I personally, let's be honest, what are the chances of a father allowing somebody to walk away with his twin boys? If they were twin boys, I believe that the father would have done better. But when they are girls, no be girl they be. They go marry one day on another man's wife and enter another man's house and begin answer the man's name. I personally, I may be wrong, but typical Nigerian mentality. And I just guess now. You get my point. girls are not kids, or maybe they'll be early 20s at this point. They are not babies. Now they are successful from, thank God for the power of internet and social media, TikTok, Facebook, all these platforms, right? Let me tell you guys this, right? I don't know the justification to not be in your children's lives. I think the best way to understand it is this. If the wife had walked away with, let's say this man kept ₦1,000,000 in the house and came back and the wife walked away with ₦1,000,000, do you think you'll be waiting up and down? He will search for her in every part of Nigeria. This man will comb the streets of Nigeria looking for her. If it was money he left in the house and he came back one day, she had left with it. So she left with your children. You did not find them and try to be in their lives. Like I said, if it was money, this man would have found them. If it was money, he would have searched for her. But let's not forget that children are more precious than money. Shebe Igbo will say, child is more than money. Yoruba will say, omojowo, pikin pass money. That's pidgin English. There are a lot of ways to get your children back if a woman walks away with your children. Don't forget, even if, you say you don't have money, let's even say you don't have money to be there for your children financially or whatever, and their mother is raising them, even if a man says, these are my flesh and blood, and say, every day, even if you don't go to their mother's house to go, you can go to their school, find out the school they go to, search for your children. Twice a week, it goes to them. When they close from school, wait for them at the school gate. Biscuits, sweet, 5 naira. Chat with them for a few minutes before they go home. Today, they will say, our papa did not get money, but he was there. Our mother took us away, but our father was there. You get my point? I personally believe there's no excuse. There are a lot of ways to have made effort. How can a man live for 20-something years without going to go look for his daughters? Let's be honest. Parents need to learn, especially our men, right? They are the ones that do a lot of the women. So women do walk away, but typically in our culture, it's men that do it. Now, in the olden days, they believe that no matter what, children will come looking for their father, or they will come looking for their parents, especially come looking for their father. But we are seeing nowadays that they work again. Not too long ago, one Nigerian actress, that the daughter got married, they did not invite the father. Me, I said, if it's me, I will say invite the father. It's one day in somebody's life. It's a special day. They did not invite the father. Father came on social media. They all the noise on social media. Even social media self. Even social media drag the man and say, where were you? And now you they come. You see, society is beginning to change and beginning to see things differently. You cannot be absent in the life of children all these decades, and then they have become somebody who will now appear from the woodworks and say, I am the father, or I'm the mother, depending on what the case is. Let me tell you guys, I think children of this generation, I'm beginning to see it a lot. They grow up and they kind of focus on who was there for them when they really needed someone. You see, this ancient mentality that some people are holding on to is not working anymore. It seems that those days are over. Those days where they will say, they will always come looking for their father. Those days, it seems to be over. So it's for people to start learning now. There are no excuses. Let me tell you guys, children will not always only remember the parent that was the richest or the parent that was, no, they remember the quality time you spent in their lives, beautiful memories you made with them. You see, money can fade away, but you see, memories, precious memories you make with children are those things that will live with them forever. Not being a rich father is not an excuse. Are you listening? There are no excuses, because let me tell you, no matter what, even if you don't have, there are some things you will do. They'll be like, our father was poor, our mother was poor, but he tried. Our father was poor, but he did this. With the little he had, he did this, he did that. Our father used to buy us gala. So there's this comment somebody left when I made the post about it on Facebook. This person left this comment and said, but it is the power of God that helped and the kids. He can never regain his leadership role or relevance. That's their father she's talking about. Or relevant in that family. But at least let mercy speak in place of judgment. If you don't want him again, say so, but don't pronounce him dead. You can eliminate, but you can't pronounce dead. God will help them all. Okay, I didn't see where they pronounced him dead though. So if they did that, I personally will not support something like that, right? But maybe they said he's dead. As far as they're concerned, he doesn't exist. I don't know. But if they did that, that is wrong, right? But at the same time, you see the way she said, it's the power of God that helped, right? The same way we can say it's the power of God that helped them to have survived and become who they become today. The same way we can also remember that it will take the power of God to heal them too. Don't forget, the people say forgive, forget. It's not that easy. Some people in their hearts want to forgive, but they can't forgive because it's just hard for them. So sometimes we have to realize too that pray for these people for God to give them a forgiving heart. The message in this is this: let parents be careful the decision they make in the early years of a child's life, because once they become formed, it's hard. Some people's stories are different, but it's hard. And I'll say it again, especially for fathers that think they can just walk away and turn up one day. Think twice. And the children you walk away from, you don't know who they will become tomorrow. If you want to be in your children's life, be in their lives now, not later. Tomorrow may be too late. That's my opinion about this. As always, whatever your opinions are, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And with that, I'm going to say thank you for watching. Until the next time, guys. Bye-bye. Bye.